Okay, this is going to be the best ever tutorial in the world. Don't mind all of this. This is going to be the best tutorial ever of how to make your very own sexy hiking mods if you want. First thing you want to do is not search up how to fix your mic. First thing you want to do is you want to look up. Oh, what do you want to look up? Okay, let's just start from the beginning. You want to go to jazzuo.net. You're going to find a lot of stuff, especially what you're going to find is sexy hiking. I mean, this is what we need. So, which version are we going to get? V1, V2. It does not matter. It really doesn't. I mean, the differences are, it's right there. Tall tree, small tree. But that's like a difference in level 1. They're both the same file size. We're going to go back. He's back. Jazzuo.com. Wait, he's back. Let's see. This one. Alright, forget about that. And then you're going to go to more tools, and you're going to sexy hiker. GitHub. I mean, you should know how to download stuff. Download it. But once you got that, you have the game, and you have the game. Ming. Open this. I don't have 7-zip because I made a new user for this whole video. Whoops. We're gonna extract this stuff into wherever we need it. And by that, I mean into its own folder. So you have Sexy Hiker, Sexy Hiking. This is the greatest, easiest tool to use in your life. You're gonna drag Sexy Hiking into the hiker. And then you wait. And that shouldn't pop up, but if it does, you know anyway. Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, it's not gonna have an icon for you, and it's not gonna say game maker file. Pretend like that's not there. As a matter of fact, give me like 5 seconds. Oh wait, no, if I uninstall it, it's gonna. Okay, it doesn't matter. Then you're gonna go into this classic game maker versions, and you're gonna just download whatever we're gonna get. Okay, you just want to download 5.3a, and it's gonna download eventually whenever it does. And it's in a zip file. Yay! Zip! We're gonna get this one, and we're gonna run it, and it's also gonna be like, hey! Okay, but it doesn't matter. We're going to, run this app, and it's gonna be like, yo, you really want to do this? And then I'm gonna be like, yeah. And you're gonna just run it. Okay, forget. Game Maker will run in simple mode or advanced mode. If you're inexperienced, you better use simple mode. That's not true. Enter advanced mode. Because it's really, really simple. It is really simple. As a matter of fact, boots you in. If you click load a game, there's just a bunch of games and stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to our folder where we used Sexy Hiker, aka our folder where we had Sexy Hiking, and then there's going to be the Game Maker file, and then we're just going to load that up. And this is the easiest thing you can do ever. Just turn off Draw Grid because it looks ugly. I have my hand on my mic. So, oh wait, no, I can do this. Perfect. I was going to say I couldn't use my other hand, but I can. But I can't. But I don't need to. But it's just like you can go in and just start placing blocks. There's a lot of settings. There's not. I'm lying. Dude, you literally just place shit. I mean, it's not hard. You can, if you hold shift, you can draw. I'm not doing that because my hand, actually no, I'm gonna use my mic and hold shift with the mic tripod leg. And now you can't hear me, but I'm holding shift now. And look at that. You can draw. And then if you really, really wanted to, you can click the right click and delete a bunch of stuff. And then if you just run it, it's gonna work. And by that, I mean, look at this. This is just gonna be beautiful stuff you're gonna see right now. You're gonna see the most beautiful gameplay in the world. my resolution just quadrupled downwards. And it looks like, okay, I'm gonna have some graphical issues because it doesn't matter. Okay, but what matters is that I have a game on the level I just made. Okay. So that's that. That's like the whole thing. Custom blocks. That's something also super duper easy. There's sprites right here, and let's just say this time it actually works, and it does. Let's just say that I go over here and I start drawing all over this. It's gonna be like, wow. It's not gonna say that, but it's gonna be like, wow. You're gonna be so shocked about how easy this is. And where is the eraser tool, you may ask? I don't see it. Uh, that's just I don't know, dude. The eraser tool doesn't exist apparently. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere, I think. I don't know. Uh, I think okay. That's another thing. We're in Game Maker like 18,000 BCE, so it's gonna be like crazy not usable, but it's also usable. But let's say I draw in this, and then I do this, and then I do this. I have a transparent toggle. What does that mean? The way that works is if you look at this, all these are have like green backgrounds and stuff. So it's gonna just take away that green. That's how Game Maker 5 just works. But I have my Sprite 71, and as you can see up here in the little icon, the all this orange brown color is gone because it's transparent, because that's just how it is, because that's the out outside of the box color. Another thing we have to do now is actually add the object. We just made the sprite, now we need the object. So new object, you're gonna pull up object properties, and then you select the sprite. Now this is super duper easy thing to do. You have your sprite selected, and then you're just gonna name it whatever you want to. You should probably give it a name convention. And then two things you do. You make it solid, and then you parent it to ob_block. And that just makes it so that you can stand on it as the player, and the hammer can interact with it. And now if I place this down into our level, our amazing, beautiful level, this is going to be cherished by generations. You're just going to start it up, and then my resolution is going to shrink, of course. Just how it is. Whoopsie. I don't know. Dude, that's okay? Don't question it. Okay? Oh wait, I should probably actually say how to make it not change your resolution. There's gonna be people that don't like that. As in me. I don't like it whenever it does that. Okay, but look, our custom sprites interact with it. Pretty cool, I might say. But let's see. We're gonna have to not just toggle this off. Simple. There's a lot of stuff in here that you kind of shouldn't touch, but also should just like read, because this is a whole game engine. You know, you can do a lot. You literally have a whole game engine to your disposal. This is like Doom mods. You know, like you can just like add blocks and stuff, do whatever, but also you can add your own code and just do whatever you want. So let's see, there's a lot of stuff over here I don't care about. Freeze the game when form loses focus. Please do that. It's annoying. Because like, dude, imagine you're playing the game and then your friend messages you on like Discord or something. You click the notification and then you hear and then you just click back into the game, and then you're 10,000 feet onto the floor. And now look, our resolution did not change. And also, cool thing, what does it seem like happened? I have transparency in all my textures now. I don't know why those two things are correlated, but it just is. And look at that, we have custom textures and allow two of this. We have Sexy Hiking GMD. That is a Game Maker 5 file, and that's fine and dandy if you're like having a very, very ancient application to work with. But there's a lot of other things that we can do, and by that I mean we are going to download the 8.2 project. Best way to find it, we're this is yeah, click on this. There's other ways you can find it, but click on this and then go to, let's see, what do you go to? There's a link somewhere. Okay, yeah, see, this version's outdated. Please use this. And then you're gonna, oh my goodness, dude. The ads are crazy on here. It's just like, there's chocolate all over my screen. And I think the chocolate is why my PC is lagging. Because I have a crazy beefy PC, and the thing that's breaking it is a bunch of chocolate. Strange. But we're gonna go to this link that was in the thing. Another way you can find it, which is the thing I actually should have shown you this whole time, is this video, an introduction to GM 8.2. You should watch this. You should watch this ad. That's what I mean. You should watch this whole thing, this whole 30 seconds. But no, you're gonna click on this. Oh my goodness, we're here. Downloads. A community-driven update for Legacy Game Maker 8.1. As long as you have stuff that you need, as in the two things that I told you that you need. Mediafire ads too. Wow, dude, I'm gonna get you blocked in the next video. I'm just trying to get over as much things as I can in one video. But let's see, Game Maker 8.2 portable. Portable version. Whoa, I don't have the portable version on my main user, but that's just how it is. Okay. Now, this is going to be the ultimate update to Game Maker 5.0. Now, doing this. Oh, look how clean this is, dark mode. Okay, wait. I can't just start glazing out of the box. We're gonna open up our game. And it's gonna be like, yo, but this is old. You gotta chill. This is old. Now, we're going to save as. This is going to be the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life. I'm gonna just make a new folder and put this in here and save it as a Game Maker 8.2 project, not 8.1. And there is good reason for that. Multiple assets named Sprite 7. Okay, this is something that we have to do. There's a lot of stuff in this game that uses the same name. I'm gonna delete the ending. I'm going to delete, what is this? The credits button? I don't need the credits button because I'm not gonna use it. Unknown action? This is going to ruin your life. You don't want any unknown actions in your project at all, dude. If you save it with an unknown action, you can't load it. And you're gonna need to like go through the files and like, dude, it's bad. Just make sure you don't have any unknown actions in any of these, or else you will explode on yourself. That sounds bad, but you will die, is what I'm trying to say. You should be chilling if you delete what I just deleted. Save. And now it's saved as an 8.2 file. What that means is that if we go to, not this one, but we go to this one, we have all of the game's assets, sounds, and a file tree. And this is just better. Something cool that I've been not saying this whole time. Well, there's so much things that my voice cracked. But there's so much things that like are better here. Look at this. Look at this tool right here. I can do this, and then I can do this, and then I can do stuff like this, and then I can do this, and then I can do this. But like, there's a lot of better stuff here. You have a lot more customizability than 5.3a. This is the definitive way to mod Sexy Hiking. You shouldn't be doing it in 5.3a unless, now this is the big issue, not the big thing that I want to show you, But in Game Maker 6.0, let's see. Let's go to the fandom. This was a major rewrite. The whole graphics and sound systems, the whole subsystem. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right, look. The game's different. Everything's different. Everything's changed. This is crazy. This is crazy stuff going on. But what that means is the game's not going to be the same. And by that, I mean physics, the weird bugs. I may have forgotten a couple things. Let's chill. Another thing you have to do. Ob view is the camera. You just have to make these this. Don't question it. These changed whenever the game got updated, whenever everything changed in 6.0. You gotta make the view make sense. And I'm going to turn down this music because whenever you convert it to this new version, everything's at max and it's like very, very loud and it hurts your ears. So you're gonna wanna make sure everything's all fine and dandy before you eat the candy. So we're gonna actually boot up our game now. You saw a little sneak peek then and there. And why is it so small? I don't know. But look, the game's pretty much the same. And look at that, I edited my sprite. I have no problem issues. There's gonna be, it's better, you know? This is just a better way of doing it. You kinda don't bug out as much as you used to at 5.3a. And that's just a 5.3a thing, you know? You want to use 5.3a over 5.0 or like any other ones because 5.3a fixed 5.0. Okay, real quick. I did not explain it good enough. In 5.3a, the physics, they're just classic sexy hiking physics, and it's like you can bug out as much as you want. But in 8.2, it's more like solid ground and better, and it's like you won't glitch out as much, and it's just cleaner. Okay, back to the video. Bye. Okay, this is the big thing that I wanted to show you. This is the 8.2 room editor. This is the best way to make maps. There's no other way to access this other than making your project 8.2 like, I guess. So look how better this is. Okay, this is some crazy shit right here. I'm about to blow your mind. You can rotate the blocks. Not only that, you can colorize them. This is huge. Imagine the possibilities here. You can make it darker. I don't know why that didn't make it blue. Okay, I actually don't know what's happening there. I made it blue and then it turned black, but okay. Maybe that's not the right object to showcase this on. Maybe I do this. And now look at that. Look at that, bro. This is red now. And you're wondering why I zoom in and then everything's so blurry. It's because if you go turn off smoothing, you're going to be able to see the world with crystal clear eyes and understand what you're looking at right now. Object 54 is the goal. That is true. I know that by heart because I've been modding this game for like 3 years, but that's a whole separate thing that I'm not going to get into. But let's say I do this, and I do this, and then I make the room bigger. This is going to be cool thing that you can do if we make the speed of the background anything, it just starts moving. You're wondering, hey dude, what about all this empty space? So the background is drawing from this top left corner all the way down infinitely. But above here and behind here, it's not. Okay? So if you're doing a cool background, you want to have a lot of space up here so that the player is never going to see it end. So like the player is not going to make it over here. I know that. The player is not going to make it all the way up here. I know that. So it's chill. This is a cool thing you can do. Okay, let's hold shift again with the mic because this is a mic tripod, aka a mic that's not a tripod because it only has one leg. Whoopsie. I don't know where the legs went. My bad. I don't know where they went. Okay, I'm sorry. But look, we have everything that we need here. We have a climbable staircase, and then we have colored blocks. We have everything that we need. And then we do need some branches, so let's put some branches right there. Boom. Another thing you can do, right click, depth. You can just put it behind anything. Alt click. Let's use the one tripod leg again. Look at that. You can just place it wherever. Look at that. And then, on top of that, hold Alt again. You can rotate it freely too. This is crazy, crazy stuff we got going on here in the 8.2 factory. This is the best way to make a sexy hiking mod, dude. This is the definitive way to do it. That's what I'm trying to say. You shouldn't be doing this in 5.3a. You could if you want, because of the accurate physics. But it's just like, look at this. I'm straight zooming, and I made this in like 5 seconds. Look at that, dude. I have a red block. I couldn't do that about like 10 minutes ago. So that's why this is better in the best way. But I think I should end it there. I think so. Because I've been going for about 26 minutes straight up talking. So that's it for this. And I'll be back whenever I am. Bingo? Yeah, you got that? Alright, good.